Hey, it's Gina at Tarot and Time in Kent, Connecticut, here to give you a tarot and astrology reading for this week ahead of October 25th, Halloween week. So welcome to Scorpio season. The sun went into Scorpio on Saturday, and I'm really excited about it. I don't know about you. Even though I have a Sagittarius sun and a Gemini moon, I have a lot of planets in Scorpio, so I kind of identify as a Scorpio. So I'm feeling good knowing that we're going into this season, and this is a big week ahead. So Scorpio, right, what does it rule? It's associated with transformation, with death, with rebirth, with sex, with deep, deep emotion. It's the house of our ancestors in astrology. It's the house of other people's money. And so it's really interesting, intense, transformational time. We also have a lot of Pluto aspects going on this week. So we have Pluto square Mars. So Pluto, which rules Scorpio, that wants to help us transform, that likes to burn things to carbon, making an abrasive action a square, or as we talked about last week, zesting, or almost thinking about that pedicure. So it's doing that with Mars, how we take action. So this is a time to transform how we take action and to pay attention to our feeling about things, because Scorpios are feelers, right? They're not as much in the logical mind. They're more into trusting their intuition, trusting their body pain to be an indicator, or just trusting their feelings in general and maybe not having to let it go towards pain, but knowing that pain is there to give you a message also. So this is not a week to fight. This is not a week to push for what you want, because with all this Pluto action, and at some point Saturn's going to be there to help Pluto out, it's making these squares with Mars, how we take action, and the sun at some points, who we are, how we show up in the world. So this is a time kind of more of kind of taking the back seat, letting the information come to us, see how it shows itself, what needs to transform. Remember, we are in 2021, which in numerology is a 5-year, a year of change. So now, towards this end of the year, Scorpio is going to help us out. Pluto stepped up to the plate to help us get rid of whatever else isn't working. And so we can do it with ease and grace, or it can be painful. So why don't we choose the ease and grace and see what's coming up right now. Especially Scorpio season is known for the veil between the other world being thin, the communication is more available. So since Scorpio rules our ancestors, this is a time to start feeling them, start communicating, and start honoring what role they play in our lives, in our bloodline, but also in our everyday life. Okay, so the moon starts off the week in Gemini, but it'll be quickly out of Gemini by 5 p.m. on Monday, the 25th, and it'll move into Cancer. So we're going to be in a water sun with a water moon. So this is a time to rest up. Again, Mars is going to want to push you to take action. And Mars is a symbol for the male. So we don't want to be too assertive, and we don't want to fight with that kind of, you think of Mars, Mars is often associated with like the god of war. So let's not get into that war. Let's transform that and find a new, softer, more gentle, more powerful way to get our point across. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday with the moon in Cancer, it moves out early Thursday morning into Leo. This is a good time for resting, relaxing, recharging, rebooting, staying a little bit more around the home, more around nurturing ourselves. And then by Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I've got my handy little moon calendar here. We've got a bunch of these in stock also for 2022. The moon will be in Leo, so much more activity. So if you're gonna get out into the world and do stuff and be more socially, the best days for that are starting early Thursday morning, the 28th. Then by Saturday, Mars is going to enter Scorpio also. So we're going to start getting a lot of planets in Scorpio. And let's let's see. We already have, Venus is actually already in Sagittarius. So, okay, so by Saturday afternoon, the moon will move into Virgo. So maybe after a few good days of getting out, doing stuff, doing something you love, or even if you're staying home, just maybe you're watching some really fun movies or doing something, reading some books that bring you a lot of joy. By Sunday, Halloween, the moon will be in Virgo. Talk about precision. Scorpio is known for precision, and so is Virgo. Then Mars is going to be in Scorpio, which I think it functions at its best there. Maybe it's because I have Mars in Scorpio that I think that. But Mars does really well in Scorpio and Sagittarius. So action, you can start taking action more precisely. But I would say take it with the precision where you're really going to be able to see more clearly. You're going to be able to feel things more clearly. And sometimes your action is just going to be through imagining how you're going to do it, planning how you're going to do it, right? And not pushing to do it. Scorpio can't be pushed to anything. I don't know if you know any Scorpios. It's a fixed sign. It's not going to be pushed. It will do it when it's ready and it wants to, and it'll do it quickly and efficiently. So ease up, feel, work with Pluto to help transform your life, not blow it up. And please avoid arguing because you may not be able to pick up the pieces of this one. Okay, so let's start with picking your pile. We're using Palo Santo for pile number 1. I like to burn Palo Santo to call in my ancestors specifically, and my guides. So that's pile number 1. I've got this cool little dragonfly for pile number 2. And pile number 3, this fun little spider. So pick your pile, let's get started. Pile number 1, sustainably harvested Palo Santo. You know, it took me a while to understand what to use Palo Santo for, but now I get that saging is more for clearing, almost like the bleaching out, opening up the door, clearing anything that needs to go out. And then Palo Santo is a great thing to burn to call in specifically what it is you're looking to call in, your guides, your ancestors. Okay, so we're going to put that to the side. There is 2 of them, so something in relationship. And let's see what you need to know this Halloween week ahead. Starting off, well, you're starting off strong with the Tower here. This is such a fabulous version of it from the Everyday Witch Tarot. And she really looks like, hey, she did it. She's not a victim of the lightning bolt. She's not a victim of the change, the out of nowhereness of it. She caused it. She did it. She is the lightning bolt. I really like that. I want to see where Uranus is this week ahead because this is associated with Aquarius, ruled by the planet Uranus. And we have Uranus in Taurus right now. And let's see. So Taurus being anything earthly, and she really just kind of blew up this building there. So maybe there's some changes in finances. Maybe there's some changes in how you make money. Allowing these transformations to come in, feeling. How do you feel when you're at work? How do you feel about what you do every day? Because how important what we're doing, that we enjoy it, that we feel joy, that we feel that we're contributing in some way, whatever way that is. And so if that is something that you do not feel that you're in a relationship with your work that is satisfying or gratifying or that you look forward to doing, then maybe this is a good time to ask the universe to help you transform that, to ask the universe for the gentle change and the gentle courage too, to be able to make the change. And again, this is a time of contemplation, feeling, and not so much now taking the action, allowing the universe to take action for you in the highest and best way. Okay, let's see what else we've got going on here. We've got the 9 of Swords. Interesting that this is the tattoo tarot. She's got 2 tattooed on one arm and Saturn on the other. And this kind of goes back to what I'm saying about work, your relationship. I pulled two. I didn't just grab one. I grabbed two. Palo Santo, right? So something in relationship. And so this to me is just saying your relationship with your work, your relationship with your thoughts. Saturn is the structure of your life. It can also be your job. It's your career. In astrology, it's the 10th house. So are you up worrying about it? Are you up thinking about it? And there's like this idea of being bound to it, and your heart wants to be free of it. We have the Hermit coming in, supporting the heart of the matter being this Nine of Swords, this insomnia card, this worrying card. But it's surrounded by two major arcanas, so it's ready for something to come in and change. This is the contemplation period for you. Meditate, sitting. How do I want to feel? You might just not know. You might know you don't want to feel a certain way, but you might not know what it is that you want to do. So you need to just sit with it. Allow this time to bring the transformation that you need, to bring the awareness, to bring the information to you. There's the Five of Cups coming in on the foundation of the reading. 2021 is the 5-year. Cups is emotion. And she's kind of just tipping that cup over with her foot and allowing it to just be poured away. The Five of Pentacles coming in the background. A lot to oversee. You may feel that you can't make a change because you have a family to care for, or that you're the pillar of your family and people need to lean on you, and how can you make a change? But there is a change that your heart is screaming for. Here's the Ten of Cups. It's reached its highest point. It's a change of emotion, change of how the family runs. There's this contemplation where you need to step back and see, what is my role now? How can I take care of my health in regards to my work and my family? So the Hermit's related to the house of health. The Nine of Pentacles coming up in the future position, straight across the board here from the Five of Pentacles, kind of the idea of lack of money and burden. The over worrying in the middle, and then the Nine of Pentacles coming in to tell you that there's plenty coming up in your future position. And the Page of Swords. He's ready to pick up this new way of thinking, this new way of showing up in the world. He doesn't really know, he's young, but there's this willingness. So be willing to make these changes. Be willing to say, I don't really know maybe what it is I want to do yet. Maybe it's time for you to call in some of your guides. Maybe it's time to be burning some Palo Santo, asking for the wisdom from maybe your ancestors who can see it from a different perspective. I'm going to pull a couple more here. Sorry, I don't have Scrabble pieces today. I forgot to bring them with me. I'm going to have to get another set. Okay, let's see what we've got here. We've got the Six of Pentacles coming up and the Five of Wands. Okay, so the Six of Pentacles, there's like enough to share. There's enough to give. There's enough. And then the Five of Wands is kind of like everyone kind of has got an opinion. And I feel that it's time for you to reach out to your ancestors. So maybe just, if you have some Palo Santo, burn it. Do you have a grandparent, someone on the other side, a friend, someone that you can connect with that would have given you good advice? And ask for that. And if you don't know what that is, you can just ask for the highest and best to help bring you the information. And I expect the information to be brought to you through feeling, through dreams, sometimes through just seeing clearly what you don't want. Allow the information to be brought to you. Allow your life to be transformed. Astro Dice. We've got Saturn, Libra, 5th house. Okay, so we know there's Saturn activity. We came up in your heart of the matter here. The rules have to change. The rules for yourself have to change. There's something with your workplace that's ready to change. Libra, we've been through Libra season, right? We had Mercury retrograde in Libra. We had a lot of Libra going on for a while there. Did we learn how to value ourselves? Did we learn how to take care of ourselves first so that we have more to give others? Fifth house is Leo's house of fun, house of the heart, being seen, the house of children. And so setting the example for our children, that we choose joy, that we choose to bring joy into the world, and it's not worth staying in a position work-wise, or any position, any relationship, where we are struggling, suffering. There's more available for you, so ask for the information to come in. Have a great week. Pile number 2, this beautiful dragonfly. So beautiful. Okay. My aunt gave me this to use. It's a cabinet drawer handle, but here it is for pile number 2. All right, let's see what we got going on this week ahead. Big week. Big week of changes, but more of less of us taking action and more of us allowing. Let's see what we've got going on for you this week ahead. You're starting off with the Queen of Swords. Why does she look like Kathy Bates to me? I'm not sure. Okay, so starting off the week, Queen of Swords, big business, Queen of Boundaries, Queen of Communication. I'm thinking of her as a Gemini queen this time, especially since the moon's going to be in Gemini starting off the week. Voicing our opinions, our feelings without causing a war this week, right? And doesn't a dragonfly is it the dragonfly that sees 360? So it's like more information coming in, a bigger view. There's the Five of Pentacles coming up in the heart position. Just feeling kind of run down. There's a key there. The key's there to open the door, but she doesn't see it yet. Okay. So the Queen of Swords definitely makes me ask if you're making good boundaries, because she looks exhausted, and this is coming up in the heart position. Are your boundaries there to help keep you well? Here's the Page of Cups. This is kind of a funny card. There's a pig flying. He's rising up. So, yeah, almost like there'll be a quick movement ahead from this sadness and worry about money. Interesting. The Five of Pentacles came up again. Okay, so Scorpio does rule other people's money. It's the house of inheritance. It's the house of other people's money. So, and there's this Five of Pentacles here with the worry, but I don't feel like you're seeing the big picture. You're just constantly in this poverty mentality mindset. Let's see what's going on here. The Emperor behind the scenes. He's the boss. He wants to take action. He's ruled by Mars. The Two of Cups. Coming in the background. Then we're moving into the Nine of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so it seems that even though there's like this money worry, there seems that things are happening. Things are, if you really take a look at it, there's a lot there and there's a lot growing. I want to pull more because I feel like we're missing stuff here. The Magician. The King of Wands. Got so many decks here. Okay, and the Queen of Wands. Okay, so what I'm getting is Magician. First of all, you can change all this in an instant. This is so Scorpio. We're in Scorpio season. So it's like, okay, enough. Yes, this is an outdated way of thinking that there's not enough. And this is a great time to let that transform. So I would set your intention that, okay, I've had enough of worrying. Like the worrying's not helping, it's just draining, but it's just what we're used to doing. So acknowledging that that's what's been happening, acknowledging that the key is there, we just haven't really been seeing it. We need to see a bigger picture. Scorpio is going to help us see a bigger picture because Scorpio is precision, right? Like surgery, cutting in, seeing everything. Oh, that's what's going on. And when you really look at what's going on, you have the magic to transform things. There is plenty. She's just satisfied here with taking some deep breaths on the beach. All the cups are lined up behind her. Things are growing with the Seven of Pentacles. They're growing. And then we've got the Magician, the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands. I doubt any of them worry about money. The Magician knows that everything is there. Everything can be changed in an instant. The King of Wands is too busy getting out there and living his big life. And then his partner showed up, the Queen of Wands. Okay, so, and then in the background too, you have this partnership, this Two of Cups back here. So there's almost, the first thing I get is like there's this softening that needs to come in. There needs to be good boundaries so that you can soften a little bit. So enough, there's like, it's like almost like enough like of these nonsense relationships that are just keeping you perpetually in that loop of worrying, like being around other people who just are vibing out about worrying or thinking of lack or thinking of the negative. It's time for you to step up and think about the bigger picture. That's what I'm seeing. And there's a lot of fun to be had when you get your power back from all the worry. I want to roll the dice and then pull a few more cards. I'm sorry I didn't bring the Scrabble pieces. I have to get another set for here. Okay, we got the Moon in Taurus in the 7th house. So Moon in a Venus money sign, in the 7th house, a house of relationships. So maybe you need to be looking more, there's something, like it keeps coming up about, there's a relationship here that's pretty dynamic that you might want to be enjoying instead of thinking that there isn't. Like the shift needs to just widen. And so let Pluto help you out by transforming things, transforming how you're seeing things for the highest and the best. But this is not a time for you to be arguing, especially with your partner or anyone, friends, anything that you're in partnership with. There's a much bigger life to live and you're ready to move forward. I'm going to pull a few more cards. Anything else you need to know this week? The Death card fell out and the Hierophant. Okay, I'm excited about both of these cards. Look how bored he is. He's so bored with his job. Same old. And it's kind of coming in over the Five of Pentacles. Like, okay, it's getting boring, isn't it? To always be worrying and then just putting all your energy on worrying. It's time to change that. It's time for that to be looked at differently. There's so much. There's so much here. The Hierophant shows up. He's the card of the year. He's a 5. So you're ready for change. He's all about connecting to his higher power. And it's ruled by Jupiter that wants to expand. So get your gratitude list going. Let's start shifting this energy out of the poor me, there's not enough, into wow, I have some really awesome relationships. I have the resources to be able to change my life and I'm ready to get on with it. And go for it. Have a great week. Pile number 3, this fuzzy little spider. He's not so little, is he? Okay. Happy Halloween week. I gotta get my Halloween clothes going this week. We just got these in though at the shop and I thought it was so cute. So, but yeah, it's time to break out the Halloween garb. Oh, I'm dropping cards everywhere. Okay, let's see what you need to know this big week ahead, this week of transformation. Starting off, well, you're starting off strong with Temperance, one of the cards of the year for 2021. 2021 is a 5-year numerology, and Temperance is major arcana number 14. 1 and 4 makes 5. It's Jupiter. It wants to expand your world. And so let's see, do we want to expand what's going on in your world? Do you want to expand it? Or are you ready to transform some of it and expand better things, more positive? See what's coming up in your heart position. You've got the 9 of Swords, a lot of worrying. Let's not expand that. No. Let's let that come to an end. Let's expand the joy, the gratitude. There's all this over worrying, lack of sleep, fear of death. We've got the 6 of Wands. You're so ready to move on from that. This is Scorpio season. This is the season of your ancestors, right? The veil is thin. And if you speak to any of your ancestors, they probably tell you that there's nothing to be afraid of, right? Isn't that the message that we get anytime we do any ancestor work? That death isn't to be feared, yet you're using up almost all of, a huge majority of your energy and worrying about it. Well, here's the Magician. I think of him as so Scorpio. He's here to tell you it's time. It's time for this to transform. Let's go in and let's make this magic happen. You're being topped and bottomed with major arcanas. Temperance, which is such a, I think of it as such a lucky card. And the Magician. He's ready. He wants you to know all the resources are there. And you have the ability to kind of tap in to those ancestors. Once you start thinking about who it is that you would like to connect with. And this is the time of year for that. In the background, we have the 9 of Swords again. It's ready to go. It's being placed here right next to the 9 of Swords. The Hanged Man wants you to look at things from a little different perspective. Wants you to take care of your health and get some rest. There's the 10 of Wands. And the 3 of Swords. Okay. So it's time to, it's like you're so used to taking on so much. You're so used to like not getting the rest you need, having the worry, and then expecting yourself to function at a high pace with a high burden. And that's ready to go. You can't keep this up. It's time to take to your bed, rest, grieve, take responsibility for where your role in it is. Write in your journal. Work on, after you journal it all out, work on a little bit of gratitude. So if you can do the 3 gratitude items a day, sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's like, oh, let's get real simple here, what I'm grateful for today. It's time. It's time to rest because your heart is so ready to like move on from this over worrying. So ready, and it knows it can, but you have to want to. So ask for a gentle, kind, easy transformation to happen for you, to help you lighten up, to help you not waste all this energy on worrying about, I see it as worrying about death, but it could just be worrying about the wellness of the people that you care about. There's the 8 of Wands coming up. Anything else you need to know? The 9 of Cups. Okay, so anything else you need to know? 8 of Wands. It's often called the honeymoon card. Ready to move on. And she looks like a messenger. She looks like she's going to deliver you mail. There's information coming to help free you. This is Scorpio season. Scorpio, I find information is delivered to you, but it's not in a letter, it's in feeling. And so the information is coming in that's going to help free you and move you forward. So the 9 of Cups, all you have to do is sit and wait for it to come. Get some rest. Enjoy your bed, enjoy your home, enjoy everything that your home has to offer you. Allow the information to come in, wash in, and help heal you. It's the Ace of Cups, cup of satisfaction, much, much lighter than this 10. But a 10 in numerology is a 1. So let's end this heavy burden and go into more of this lightness. And the King of Swords is here. He wants you to play by the rules. He wants you to examine, to research, to get information. But he's the king of communication. And as this veil is thin, here is this opportunity for communication. He wants you to have really good boundaries too. Really good boundaries. This time, your energy needs to go towards you, towards resting, towards healing, because things are going to start to pick up. Oh, got the hangman again. Okay, so you got it twice. I like this version. It's like nice yoga pose. Okay, so this is, she's stretching, she's enjoying, she's savoring. And so I want you to do that. I want you to take some time, especially in the beginning of the week, because it's going to be, the moon's going to be in Cancer. So from Monday night, 5 p.m. until 5:07 a.m. on Thursday. Let's do all those nice, sweet enjoyments of the home, stretching, relaxing, taking care of your health, drinking some tea, writing, enjoying, bathing yourself in gratitude, allowing, asking for the transformation to be gentle and loving and to bring you to a better place. Have a great week.